morning, guys. Welcome to the video. We are 10 weeks out this morning, and as you guys saw, another new low on the scale, 165.4 pounds, which is down significantly from last week. I was 168.2, but midweek I saw like 166, 167, so I figured we were on track to hopefully see a 165, and sure enough, we saw it quite nicely. I was pretty happy with the photos this morning, how everything looked. My legs are coming in pretty good. As per usual, the front of my body gets leaner faster than the back of my body, so I have lines coming through my shoulders at the gym, for example. Abs are coming through, quads are starting to come through, but then when I turn around, that's where most of my weight is stored. It seems like my hamstrings, my glutes, lower back, that's where most of my weight is sitting as I try to get leaner. So right now we're getting meal one in. We got our 2 eggs per usual, scoop away 60 grams of oats, some cinnamon, and half a cup of blueberries. As far as the whole gym situation goes, I don't think I've actually updated the YouTube channel on that. But fortunately enough, Carrie's, my fiance, her work has a gym there, and I train a couple of their staff there a few times a week. So they were gracious enough to let me use it. So we're going to go there. I've been going there since, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday when all the gyms shut down. So I'm very, very thankful for that. They have, you guys will see when we do the workout, but they have a full squat power rack with a cable set up, so it's pretty nifty actually. So you have your dual cable on each side, then there's a Smith machine, and then there's room actually for your free bar as well if you want to do squats or bench or whatever you want to do with a free barbell. They have dumbbells up to 100. They have a Roman chair, I think it's called, where you like sit in it with your arms like this. You lift your legs up. You can do dips as well. And then they have a high pull down plate loaded, which is cool. And then adjustable benches and stuff too. So we're going to get it done. The workout obviously is going to be quite a bit different than what you guys are used to be seeing me do on Saturdays, but we're still going to get it done as best we can. As far as the rest of the day, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. We might go visit family. It looks like it's a nice day out, so we'll definitely get out and about with the dog, but where, I don't know. So I'll update you guys as the day continues, but for now we're gonna enjoy breakfast because it's getting cold and I want to eat it. Talk soon. This is how every morning goes. I try to enjoy my breakfast, and these two savages are trying to kill each other. All right, taking the dog for a quick stroll. I've been doing this every morning now because my schedule is all different. You guys know I usually train the mornings, so I go in, do my cardio, have my breakfast, and then train. But since the gyms are closed and I have to go to Carrie's work, I've been going after work, so I have a lot more free time in the morning. So I've been making it a habit to get up and walk him first thing. Typically Carrie comes with me, but she's getting ready for the day right now, so I figure I'd just take him out and get it done. It's a nice morning, but she's brisk out. I'm glad I brought gloves. So I'm gonna just give you guys a quick rundown on everything that's going on right now as far as me competing. So as of current, the show is still going on. It's at the end of May 30th. 10 weeks out today, so we still have lots of time with everything that's going on. There's still lots of time for things to improve and obviously get better and hopefully get this whole coronavirus under control. But there's a couple hurdles that are kind of preventing me right now. So the show is in upstate New York. I'm in Canada, so that means that I have to cross the border. Right now, the border from Canada to the US is closed to any non-essential travel. So basically anybody that's not emergency services or delivering of emergency goods can't really go. So obviously me going to a bodybuilding competition is a no-go, which is one obstacle. Another one is if I go and they still have the quarantine in effect. So right now in Canada, if you travel and come back to Canada, whether it's within the US, whether it's abroad in Europe or whatever, you have to submit to a 14-day quarantine, which means I can't work. Yes, I have my coaching, but I can't go to my my job at Body Systems, my management position, which is what I do during the week. So that's an obstacle. I don't think 14 days not working is ideal at all. Mind you, that could be lifted by the time, my show goes on, but still, it's currently what's going on. So that's an obstacle. And then the last one is, my goal this year is to get my WNBF Pro card. That's my main focus this year. And within these shows, they need a minimum of 8 competitors in a class to hand out a pro card. So across all weight classes for bodybuilding. So it doesn't mean I need to be, if I'm in the lightweight class, it doesn't mean they need 8 lightweights. It just means they need 8 competitors throughout lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, whatever, to hand out a pro card. So if I go to the show and it's a small show because people aren't attending because of the COVID or for whatever reason people aren't attending, then I could, potentially win but still not get my pro card. So there's a couple of things that are weighing on me right now as far as what to do. And I talked to my coach yesterday. We're going to give it a couple more weeks to just see what happens with the virus and what all transpires from that before we make any crazy decisions. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you guys. So anyways, I'm going to continue the walk, and I'll touch base with you guys in a little bit. All right, we're gonna go just completely off the cuff right now. I just thought I'd sit down and talk to the camera a little bit just about the current situation and the plans moving forward, obviously with myself and some competitors that I have that we're looking to do shows as close as 4 weeks out from right now. So as many of you guys know who are local, the Coburg Naturals, arguably one of the bigger shows in Ontario at the regional level, was canceled or postponed, not canceled, just postponed yesterday, which was 4 weeks out from its official date, April 18th. So I had 8 competitors in that show, from men's physique to bikini to figure, and all were very excited, very ready to step on stage. It was all their first time, and they were all looking phenomenal, and their hard work, they were ready to display that on stage. So it was a little, I don't know, because we expected it, in all honesty. We were really just waiting for them to make the call and just postpone the show, but there was that little bit of glimmer of hope that maybe things would clear up and they'd follow through with putting it on. But as expected, that didn't happen. So because we were all expecting it, I don't think it really hurt as bad as if it had just kind of come out of nowhere. I think most of us were kind of just waiting for them to pull the rug out and say, no, we're not going to be able to do the show. So, as their coach, I was really interested how everybody was going to handle it. I was curious to see if anybody was going to pull the plug on competing altogether, or if people were going to be, wanting to pursue later shows, or how everybody was going to really take it, because you never know, right? You never know how someone's going to handle getting that kind of news, especially when they've worked so hard with the mentality that, 4 weeks from today, I'm going to finally be able to step on stage. So, thankfully, I have a very, very good relationship with all my clients, and specifically these competitors, that we were all able to have a conversation one-on-one and just kind of iron out what the game plan is. And that's something I want to touch on in this video. This is a blessing in disguise in some ways, right? As much as this is unfortunate and this whole COVID-19 thing is not good, when you take a step back and you can look at it from this lens, you can kind of be like, okay, this could be of benefit to me, and that's what I want to talk about. So all of them have said, nope. As much as this sucks, I want to do a show. Whenever that may be, I'm committed. I want to do that. So my anticipation is that, and my hope is that the next 2 to 3 months might be a little rocky when it comes to shows, when it comes to this whole virus thing and what it's going to do to, the world, right? We have a lot of uncertainty ahead of us, and that's scary, but that's the nature of it. So when it comes to, I'm sorry if you guys get sight of my dog, he's currently right here. Anyways, so looking ahead, I said, realistically, we're probably going to be June, July, August, September, when there could be shows again. So let's use the time we have and treat it as an improvement season. I don't want to use the word off season because people take the term off and they use that as an excuse to get fat, get lazy, and ruin their progress, which is obviously not the goal, especially when it's going to be a short period of time, right? Many top competitors take off seasons for 8, 9, 10, 12 plus months, right? Where in reality, if we have a few months between when we would potentially step on stage from now, that's not a lot of time, right? So the idea of having an off season isn't right. So I like to call this an improvement season for them, and it's an opportunity that you can really use for your benefit. And that's one point I wanted to get across to all my competitors, is that this is an opportunity to make improvements to your physique, and we can assess things and we can figure out where we need to be better specifically for your class, right? Whether it's bikini, figure, men's physique, classic physique, where on your physique is there maybe some weak points? Where is there some areas that we can improve upon? And let's take the time to do that. Let's take these next month, 2 months, whatever it may be, and really kind of dial in on that. And then when we have a better idea, a concrete date, whether that's, like I said, June, July, August, September, whatever that may be, then we can be like, okay, now we're back in prep again, right? And the point of this is to not get so far gone from your current condition, but back to maybe a more healthy, sustainable, normal shape, right? Like if you're, some of my bikini girls, they're in like the low, 112, 113 pounds. Let's get you back up maybe to like 120, right? You have a little bit more energy, a little bit more fuel you can put into your workouts. Let's raise calories up. So let's pull cardio down a little bit, and let's use this as time to make improvements. So that's kind of the approach we're going to take. And along with that is they now know what a prep consists of, right? So for your first time, you don't know what a prep is and what is going to fully go into that until you're in it, right? So for all these guys, they've basically completed a prep. They had 4 more weeks, so the bulk of it's been done. Now they can go into their second prep, basically, still their first show, and be better, right? They know what to expect. They know how the dieting is, and the physical demands and the energy demands, and what I expect from them as a coach-client relationship, and all these things. They have that information, and same for me now. I have the data from their first prep that we can take into the second prep and make it just that much better, right? A lot of people, come to coaches and that kind of stuff hoping that they have the perfect recipe, when in reality, for anybody that you're working with for a first time, whether they're a competitor or not, it's a lot of trial and error and figuring out what works for that person. Everybody's body is different. So for some clients of mine, they had high carbs, for some had low carbs, some were doing a lot of cardio, some weren't doing any. And those are all things now that we can take into that second prep and just make it that much better, because we've taken out a lot of guesswork, right? We've taken out trying to figure things out, where now we know what works. I always say that I've been with my coach now for 4 or 5 years, right? So for us, prep is pretty much, this is what we do from A to B. We know how to get there, right? It's pretty mindless, I guess you could say. We know what to expect. We know how this works. So now going into their second prep, all these guys are going to be just that much better prepared. So, you know, the biggest thing with this, if you're in this situation, guys, is mindset and having, you know, a good head on your shoulders and having people to talk to, right? Like having a coach, having friends, family, other competitors, whoever that may be that you can talk to and get through this. I know it's hard with the whole, like, you know, everybody's freaking out because there's no gyms and there's so many other things going on with employment and housing and financial, like there's so many other things going on. And as a coach, I understand that. And, you know, the biggest thing I'm trying to get everybody is be in a positive mindset and understand this isn't going to last forever and it's going to be hard. I'm not going to say this is going to be easy, and I anticipate things are going to get a lot harder, in all honesty, but we're going to get through this, just like, you know, people get through everything in life. So just be prepared and be, I don't know, be positive. That's as cheesy as that sounds. That's what you got to do, right? Look at the situation, take it for what it is, see it as it is, but don't see it worse than it is. And yeah, so if you're in the competitive boat, like many of my athletes are, like I am myself, use this as a blessing in disguise. Use this as an opportunity to improve yourself as an athlete, as a competitor, and use this as a chance to even bring an even better physique to the stage, right? Because you have very much an opportunity to be better, right? You don't look at it as like, oh, I'm gonna get worse, or I'm gonna get, you know, fat, I'm gonna get lazy and my physique's gonna be shit. Like, no, don't think about it like that. Think of it as, okay, I have this now, I have this opportunity, I have this chunk of time that if I really work hard and I really like dedicate myself to being better, I can be better. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there, guys. And yeah, if anybody got any value out of this, please feel free to share it. And yeah, this is just my thoughts about this whole subject. So we're gonna keep doing what we do, and that's get the work done. And we're gonna pluck along. So get it done, guys.